Hey guys, Jack here. Today I'm going to be bringing you the track guide for Okayama in the Mazda MX5. This is week 2 of the Mazda Rookies Cup, and the setup I'm using is baseline. So it's just the default setup for the Mazda MX5. Now I spent around an hour just testing on this track because I've seen some YouTube videos of people getting into the low 144s on baseline, and I could not get anywhere near that time, and not too sure why. I'm always in top split and quite quick in Mazda, so I think this track really depends on the weather conditions. Sometimes they can suit you, other times you'll be off the pace, so just bear that in mind when you're following this guide. You might be following it corner for corner and getting nowhere near the time, and ultimately that could be down to the weather conditions. So I'm going to keep this nice and simple. It's going to be a quick track guide. So first of all, I'm going to show you the flying lap. I managed to get into the 144s. It was a 144.9. I'm going to play that lap and then we'll go through the breakdown after the lap. Okay, so coming down the straight, flooring it until you get to about within 10 meters of this blue cone just coming up. So I'll take brake about here. And we're getting close to this curb. So you want to take this corner in second gear. As you can see, we're using a lot of curb on the right. For this corner, make sure to just use as much curb as you can on the right hand side. And you don't want to run too wide going through the next section. Okay, so now we've lined ourselves up perfectly for turn 2. You want to be taking this one in third gear. So we're just about to shift up to third. There's a curb on the left hand side. You need to aim for that curb and you want to use as much curb as possible. Okay, so we're heading down the hill in fourth gear. The braking point for this corner is between the 100 meter board and the 50 meter board. So I'd say smack bang in the middle, slam the brakes. We're going to be taking this corner in second gear. You can make up a lot of time in this corner. A lot of people do it wrong. What you need to do, you take it down to second gear and you keep it as tight as possible. A lot of people take a wide line. That is not the right line to take. You're going to lose time doing that. You keep it as tight as possible. Okay, so we're heading down the straight. We're in 4th gear, and that's all you're going to reach down this straight. The braking point is just after the 100 meter board. So you slam the brakes just after the 100 meter board. We're going to be taking this next corner in 1st gear. Make sure to gear down in a controlled manner. Don't gear down too quickly or you'll go flying off. So just take it patiently and gear down slowly, and we're going to be hugging this 180 as tight as possible, so try and aim for the inside curb and use it if you can. So here we've lined ourselves up for the next left-hander. We're going to be taking it in 2nd gear. I'm literally just about to gear up to 2nd gear. For this one, you want to turn in early, as if you're going to cut the corner. You want to get as tight as you can to the left and use a bit of curb and a bit of grass. You can get away with it around here, and you can cut a few tenths out of your lap time. So just keep it tight to the left, and you're going to take the full thing in 2nd gear. And what I'd suggest is just watching this corner a couple of times. Just keep replaying the video. Because this corner is sort of make and break. You can cut a lot of time going through this corner if you nail it and get it right. So here we're heading into the next left-hander. You can see this curb just ahead on the right hand side. Basically you want to use a little bit of that and then start to turn left. So you go over this curb on the right and then you turn left. I'd suggest just turn left as soon as you're about to hit the curb, because with this baseline setup, there's a bit of an understeer with this Mazda. So yeah, as soon as you're about to hit the curb, turn left, and you just want to aim for this curb on the left hand side and get on the power as soon as you can. Okay, so we're heading into the final couple of corners on this track. So heading into another 180 corner. The braking point for this one is, I'd say, about 10 meters after the 50 meter board. You slam the brakes and you're going to be gearing down into 1st gear and hugging this corner on the left hand side. Again, just use as much curb as you can heading into this corner, and you want to keep it as tight as you possibly can. Now here we've lined ourselves up for the next 180. It's the same case. You get to the left hand side and be easy on the power around here, but you get to the left hand side and then eventually you'll turn to the right, and you want to use as much of the curb on the right hand side as possible. And it's sort of hard to explain this corner, so what I'd suggest is just watching this corner over and over again. Just copy my exact line. Okay, so we're heading into the final 2 corners of this track. They're both right-handers. So this one, there's a curb on the right-hand side. I'm going to zoom into it. You can't quite see it yet, but there's a curb. You want to use about 90% of that curb. Don't use the whole thing because it can throw your car off balance, but you want to use most of the curb. And we're going to turn in, and whilst turning in, we're going to gear up to 3rd gear. So this is going to be a 3rd gear corner. And then I'm going to pause it for the final corner. Okay, so we're just about to head on to the home straight. This final corner is a 2nd gear corner. I take it in 2nd gear. And it's the same case. There's a curb on the right. You want to use as much of the curb as possible. So we're going to take it down a notch into 2nd gear. Use the curb early on the power, and if you can get the right line, you can get on the power early, but just be careful around here because it's quite easy to get on the power early and go wide, and there's a gravel on the left hand side, so you don't want to end up in that. There's a nice green runoff area. You want to maximize your usage of that. You don't get any off tracks for using all of the green area, but you will if you head into the gravel. So I'm going to play this out, and that will be it for the lap breakdown. So that's my lap breakdown of Okayama, guys. Hopefully you found this somewhat useful. This is my first ever lap breakdown video, so I'm hoping it helped. Maybe the layout can be improved. You can let me know down in the comments. If you have any questions, just post them down below. I'm going to be doing a track guide for every single track on the Mazda Rookies calendar this season. So stay tuned, and if you want to see each track guide, make sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications. And thanks for watching.